What's going on, guys? Anthony here, aka The Protector. I'm back with another pickup video. This one is actually from today, the video, but the pickups were from about a month ago. I went to a new retro game store that I've actually never heard of in Connecticut. It's in Westport. It's called Retro Games Plus. I found it online and decided to go to it and see how it actually was. They had a lot of good titles. There, and they weren't too expensive, which I was actually surprised. They do have some games that are overpriced. Not most of them were pretty much what they should be, but there weren't anything too crazy on costs. And then I also have a couple games that I picked up from eBay that I'm going to show you too. Once again, those were also back from about 4 weeks ago. Yeah. So the first games that I'm going to go over, I got at Retro Games Plus. Actually, yeah, I'll do the ones from Retro Games Plus first. I was looking through their sections for the PlayStation 2 because there's one game I've been looking for in particular for a while, and I finally found it. And it was actually at a really good price. I love the games, and I say games because it's actually an anniversary collection, so that might tip it off as to what it might be already. But all the games in the series are phenomenal, so it's really good to have them all in one collection. And I bought for PlayStation 2, it's the Mega Man Anniversary Collection. And this one, normally it's about $15 to $20, and I was able to get it for $13 at Retro Games Plus. And it's basically got Mega Man. It's got 10 Mega Man games in it. It's Mega Man 1 through 8 and 2 that were never before released in the United States. So it wasn't a bad deal, and I love the series. I'm sure most of you do like the series as much as I do. So I was really stoked to get that one. I also got some original Nintendo games that a couple I haven't seen anywhere, and one I normally see at Game Exchange in Bridgeport, Connecticut, where I go there, but there's writing all over the cartridge, so I'm not going to buy it because I'm not spending $10 on a cartridge with writing all over it. The first game that I picked up was Galaga for the NES. I'm sure most of you remember the game or the arcade game like Galagzan and things like that. It's basically you're a little ship flying left to right and killing little fly alien type beings. The next game that I picked up for NES, stoked to get this one. The music in the game is phenomenal, and the gameplay itself is a lot of fun. It's just a really hard game. My favorite level is the moon level. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a great game. It's a Disney game. It's DuckTales. I'm sure most of you have played it growing up or even now and remember this game. The last NES game that I picked up at Retro Games Plus was a sequel to one of the greatest series ever made in video games. It's the Metal Gear Solid series, and this was the sequel to Metal Gear that was for NES, and this one's Snake's Revenge. I've yet to play this one, and I'm really looking forward to playing it because I love all the Metal Gear Solid games, and I played part of the first Metal Gear and really liked it, even though it was completely different, obviously, than what I was used to for the Metal Gear Solid series, because the Metal Gear Solid series was more recent, so the gameplay was a lot different. But I was stoked for that game. The next two games that I picked up while I was there were for Super Nintendo, and I'm a huge fan of all the Simpsons games for some reason when it comes to the retro stuff like the NES and Super NES. So when I saw this game there, I couldn't pass it up. It was Krusty's Super Funhouse. Not really sure too much on how the game was because I don't remember it 100% as a kid. I remember you played the game as Krusty, but I don't really remember too much else besides that. But it was a great game when I was a kid. I remember like playing it and enjoying it. I don't remember everything about it, but it was worth buying for a cheap price. The last game that I got while I was there was another Super Nintendo game. Now, I've never played any of them, but I've heard the series was really good. So that's why I picked it up and figured to add it to my collection, and that's Bubsy, which is like, I think like a karate type cat or something like that. Yeah, because it's Bubsy in Claws Encounters of the Furred Kind. So figured why not with that one since I've heard the series was good. And last but not least are the eBay pickups that I picked up a couple weeks ago. Now I do have another video coming soon. I'm just waiting on about 4 more games to come in the mail. They're all from eBay, and I'm going to do a separate video for that one. But these eBay pickups I found a couple weeks ago, and it was a NES lot group. It was 3 games for the price, not 3 games for the price of 1, but 3 games together. Now one of the games I already owned 2 copies for, and the only reason I bought the lot was because the other 2 games I did not own. And the one game that I did own, I didn't mind having a 3rd copy because I'm actually planning on giving one of them as a birthday gift to someone, because they used to play it when I was a kid with them. It's actually a present from my dad, and I know for a fact my dad's not going to watch this YouTube video, so I'll tell you guys I'm buying my dad a Nintendo for his birthday present, and I'm going to give him this game with it, and it's Super Mario Bros. 3. I own 2 copies. My wife had a copy. I did not know she had a copy. I ended up buying one. So I had 2 copies, and then I got the 3rd with this lot on eBay. But the real reason I bought the lot was because of these 2 games right here. And the first one is The Simpsons Bart vs. the World. I already have Bart vs. the Space Mutants and Virtual Bart for the Super Nintendo. So adding this one was even better, like I said, I love the Simpsons games for the NES and Super NES. And the last game that I picked up was Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. This is one Double Dragon game I've actually never played. I played the first one and beat it and loved it. And it's, you know, your side-scrolling beat 'em up type game. So I figured for this one it was good. It was a good deal. I got the 3 games for like $12. And I know Double Dragon itself goes for about 10, and then Bart vs. the World goes for about 8 or 9. So I basically got 3 games for the price of 1.5, which was not bad. But that's really it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe. I'll leave comments down below. I'm also going to leave my information once again for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter if you guys want to follow me. And until next time, guys, take care.